Hello, Jill Kelly, Academy Director, and in this video I'm going to talk you through the various routes to study that you can choose when studying with CIM Academy. In particular, I want to focus on virtual classrooms and what you can expect from them and what we expect from you when you're in a virtual classroom. Doesn't matter what route to study you choose, all of the virtual classrooms are available to you. So the three options: virtual study means that you have all the online materials and work through those in the first 6 sessions or 6 weeks of a module. You also have the same support online as all other delegates. So if you submit a draft of your assessment on time, you will receive feedback from a course director. You'll have support throughout the course, and you'll be able to attend the 3 virtual classrooms. If you opt for the blended route, you have exactly the same option as the virtual, but in addition, you'll have a 1-day workshop which gives you face-to-face contact with your course director, with your marketing expert, to answer your questions and to boost the teaching of the syllabus for your module. If you opt for the residential route, then in total, once again, you'll have all of the options that a virtual delegate receives, so the virtual classrooms, all of the online material, feedback on a submission, support while you're online, but you also have 4 days of face-to-face contact with your course director. For most modules, 2 days of those 4 are around about the middle of the course, just as you're coming to the end of your intensive online study, so that you have face-to-face contact with your course director at an optimum time so they can talk through the material and the content and deliver teaching content in that face-to-face style. You'll be able to interact with your course director and with other delegates on that basis. The other 2 days will be much later in the programme, close to your assessment submission or your exam date. And these sessions will include assistance to make sure that your assessment's on track to submit, a revision if you're taking an exam. You may be able to take the exam on site while you're there, and also additional work and activity with your course director to help you apply your learning in your workplace. So we all want to get through, and we all want you to get through the exams, the assessments and your qualification, but it would be of little use if you struggle to apply it when you get back to work. There's additional help there. So everyone gets access to the virtual classrooms. I'm going to use strategic marketing as the example. So this is the mandatory, the first module often if someone opts for the whole diploma qualification at that level. But again, like all the other modules, it can be taken as a standalone qualification. And the strategic marketing module benefits from 3 virtual classrooms. Each virtual classroom represents an hour that you have direct contact with your course director. And the virtual classroom looks like the structure that you will see, or very close to this. They vary slightly depending on which virtual class you're attending, on the screen here. So you'll see there is a large section where the slides will be displayed and your course director will move you through those slides and any other material that they want to share with you. There's an attendee list. So over here, you'll see a list of all the participants on your virtual classroom. The clock needs a little explanation, but there is an area at the top of the screen, which you'll see here, which says camera and voice. And this is where, if we had the luxury of a very small group, you would be able to have your webcam and your microphone active here. Unfortunately, because our groups are larger, we recommend that once you get into the classroom itself, which looks like this, you turn off your microphone or mute your microphone because it can, depending on the speed of your broadband, impact on the bandwidth and can cause interruption to the online experience. However, this doesn't mean that your course director can't interact with you and you with them. Last but not least, if we see, there is an area here on the left, which is a chat box. It's headed up questions and questions from everyone. And in this box, you'll be able to post a question that occurs to you at any point during the hour. However, the course directors very often will pause and give you the opportunity to ask questions about the area that they've just covered. And that works fairly well because that focuses the questions on the input on the syllabus that's coming through. So it helps you get the best out of the opportunity. There's usually also time at the end of the session for general questions. However, a lot of teaching time can be wasted through questions that are important to you, and we appreciate they're important to you, but where the answers can be found elsewhere. So, for example, there's a lot of background on the structure and the format of your assignment, or in the case of strategic marketing, the structure of task 1 and the plan that you take into the exam room. These materials and all these details are focused on CIM Academy Online and are listed, and it will help you and other delegates to have a better experience in these classrooms and to allow the course director to have the full hour, giving you background and support on the syllabus content and the real technical marketing content. If you can minimise those questions and restrict those maybe to email or to the discussion forum so that everyone gets the answer. So 3 1-hour virtual classrooms. There are 3 areas to the syllabus, and ideally each of those sections of the syllabus will be covered in one of these virtual classrooms. They're open to all. It may be that you are asked to attend on a particular session because we group delegates so that we don't have all of the delegates that are studying at the same time in one virtual classroom. So you may not see all of the people that you've met elsewhere or all of the people that you've been involved with on discussion forums, but we will group you. That's part of the learning support role. So I hope that's helped to explain the virtual class experience and also the different routes to study that we offer to you. Be prepared to ask questions and answer questions that your course director poses in this box here. Make sure you attend and come on board a little bit early, particularly in the first session, so that you make sure that you're familiar with the software that's being used and that you can interact and get the very best out of the session. Bye for now.